as we said in there, there's no one person or political party that's going to solve the challenges of this country. It's got to be all of us, Republicans, Democrats, independents alike.
On April 25th, Beto O'Rourke, a 2020 presidential candidate, visited Bevo Coffee on UNR's campus to speak to community members. People were gathered outside of the coffee shop due to the crowd inside. We spoke with the owner of Bevo Coffee about having Beto in the area.
It's really exciting. It's really honorific too, having him here. It's really compelling.
O'Rourke held a meet and greet with locals after his speech and drove off in style, heading to Carson City for his next rally.
After 11 years and over 20 films, the Marvel Cinematic Universe will come to a close with Avengers Endgame. Many longtime fans are both excited and saddened that they may finally see the curtain fall on their favorite heroes.
Well, I was excited for it because, I mean, it's been 10 years on the run-in. I remember seeing the original Iron Man in theaters, and I just liked how they closed it, tied the bow on really a long franchise, and I'm happy to see what they do next.
While many consider the Marvel Cinematic Universe to be one of the most significant developments in cinema in the last decade, there are some that never saw the appeal in CG superheroes fighting space gods for the fate of the universe.
Like, I don't like superhero movies, especially like the Avengers universe, because there's just too much suspension of disbelief. And the first two were kind of good, but it was just too much build up for a payoff that I'd find really interesting. A whole group of superheroes fighting the same guy, and they keep coming back again and again. It really hooked me that much.
While this may be the end of the Infinity Saga, Spider-Man Far From Home will release July 5th and officially kick off Phase 4 of the MCU. Phase 1 introduced the original three, Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor. Phase 2 introduced the larger universe around them, such as the Guardians of the Galaxy and Ant-Man. Phase 3 began the end of the era, introducing characters like Doctor Strange, Black Panther, and Spider-Man. Who knows what Phase 4 will hold, but Marvel fans around the world cannot wait for the dawn of a new era in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. For Campus News, I'm Ben Alfahora.
So, we have been here to talk about Avengers. What was the atmosphere like within the theater?
Inside the theater, it was a really somber atmosphere. Everybody was kind of on the edge of their seat, unsure what was going to happen. And then the beginning of the movie comes at you really fast, so everybody was just kind of jaws on the floor, like couldn't see what was going to happen next, and just really excited for the movie.
And have you always been a fan of these films?
I remember seeing the original Iron Man back in 2008 when it released, and I absolutely loved it. And then since then, I kind of drifted away, like expanding, just looking at other media. And then my roommate actually brought me back in, and we watched all 20 films before Endgame, and so now I was much more excited for it.
And what was your impression of the film?
I really enjoyed the film. I thought it was a good send-off to the universe. It's basically a 3-hour love letter to all the Marvel fans who have been here through 20 films in 10 years, and so I can't wait to see what they do next.
Great, thanks Ben. And thanks for watching Campus News. I'm Rachel Myers.
Laughing Planet Cafe is a popular hangout spot in the south part of campus. On the second Thursday of every month, it hosts Thought on Tap, a meeting of the minds for some of the brightest professors at UNR. Dr. Lydia Huerta Moreno facilitated this month's event regarding the narrative and rhetoric of the U.S.-Mexico border and assembled a diverse panel to discuss the social issue. Todd Sorensen and Nasia Aman are both professors at UNR, but took different approaches to this discussion.
I get more narrow as I have been a professor. The longer I've been, the more narrow I get. So I wanted to get kind of a broad perspective.
And I was sort of just asking myself, like, why are these two novels so powerful? What exactly do they have to tell us that, you know, the news media or sort of like political rhetoric don't tell us? Sort of like start with the literature first. That's what I always do.
Alongside the professors was graduate student Michael Claiborne. He hopes to focus his future studies on the ways we talk about the border and whose story gets to be told.
And I think that's where my process starts, is asking myself, who am I listening to and why am I listening to them? I think the next part after that is to build a solid research foundation and ground myself in scholars who have come before.
Professor Lydia Huerta Moreno has a passion for this subject and hopes everyone walks away with a fresh perspective on this heated topic.
I would hope people would think about how they think about migration and to start doing research themselves rather than believing what is in the national news. If you want to know about migration, start knowing your history. That's really, really important. I think that's the one takeaway. Know your history.
Thought on Tap is held on the second Thursday of every month at Laughing Planet Cafe at the south end of campus. Their next session will be held on May 9th to discuss the sciences and new technology. For Campus News, I'm Ben Alfahora.
I'm here in the studio with Nick Avocado. Nick, how was the event?
The event was really interesting, actually. I got to go to Laughing Planet and hear a lot of professors talk about a really hot topic in the United States today, and even got some cheap beer.
Cool. Thanks for watching Campus News, everybody. I'm Saye Amari.
Fade to black. Fade to